Mhm.
Hello and welcome to another interview with the Masters series in the Mind, Body, Spirit Connection and Union. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Noushin, and I have a passion to bring the conversation and more awareness to the body, mind, spirit union. And today I have the honor and privilege to have Mr. Jimmy Gialelis. Sorry if I mispronounce your name.
Oh, okay. Well done.
Here with me to have this conversation and this interview. Jimmy is a professional licensed massage therapist of 20 years. He's also an educator and author. He published many articles in the Massage Journal, and he's actually one of those people that he contributes to the questioning exams for the National Board for the Massage Therapies. And one of his focus in his modality is to bring the East and West knowledge and modality and wisdom together for his work. So in this short introduction, Jimmy, is there anything else you would like to add to your...
I just feel very blessed in life to be a massage therapist for 20 years, and I look forward to 50 more years.
Yes, we can do it the rest of our lives, even though they say the life of a massage therapist in a physical health is between 15 to 20 years. So I'm in this field about plus 10 years. So I consider myself to just keep going.
I think we should do this. We should do this every year, the next 20 years for sure.
Yes, that's great. That's a promise. So, Jimmy, with your experience being in this field for so long, what are the misconceptions about the massage in general?
It's a great question because I think that massage therapy has grown and expanded in its scope for many years. However, there's still a good amount of people who still think of it in 1999 terms. There's still some media, some TV shows and movies who still depict massage therapists as very aloof people, very flaky people. And I really don't like to see that depicted in television and movies. It just seems like it's too easy to pick on us and say, oh, you've only been to school for 1 year. How much do you really know? When we think about the caliber of manuals and textbooks that we're using in massage school, I want to highlight one right next to me here. We use one, this is one good example here, what we use, the Massage Therapy Guide to Pathology, very thick textbook here. So we're using really good caliber textbooks these days. And I think that the average person would be very surprised by how much knowledge we're sharing in massage schools. So that's the first misconception, I think, is I think people will be surprised how smart and intelligent and how well put together mentally we are training our therapists these days. Most certainly, there's still the misconception some people have that massage is equated to the sex industry, and unfortunately, there's a certain percentage of the population that chooses to view that, and not sure we can change that amongst many people, but we certainly can, on our own accord in our industry, take it upon ourselves to represent ourselves well. And the better I represent myself in the general public, and encompasses how I present, how I speak, how I dress, just my demeanor in public, not accepting jokes and not making jokes about my profession. I think it's very important that we continue to represent ourselves, and we'll surprise a lot of people. In the space I currently have massage practice in, I have a lot of neighbors, and they're surprised by what we offer, that massage can be useful for many conditions like HIV and fibromyalgia patients and cancer patients, chronic illness patients of any type. So it's not just muscle injuries we interact with. We can interact with so many different types of populations of sick individuals, and even not physical, but we can help individuals with mental health challenges and emotional dis-ease. So I think we're just becoming so much more integrated in healthcare. We're surprising people with that.
That's great. As you know, we can just go just to one subject and we just can talk about it for hours and hours. But you pointed like a lot of great topics. And one thing you mentioned, because in my own experience as massage therapist and Kundalini yoga instructor and meditation or polarity practitioner, I see how much there is disconnection between the mind, body, and spirit. And people, they have no knowledge about that. Whatever is in the mind, whatever is the emotion, That's the state of the body. And how we have, as you said, we have experience, we have the education, we have the knowledge to put that all together to see what's going on in the body. So what's your input about that, like mind, body, and then the spirit connection?
Oh, I'm really glad you mentioned that, because in many of my classes, we discuss the ability for us to assess our clientele and really listen to them actively, listening to the words they use, listening to how they describe their body. Some people are so disconnected that when I touch their shoulder and they say, "Oh, I didn't know I had my shoulder feel this way," they've been so disconnected from the shoulder for so many years due to whatever factor of lifestyle or injury or whatnot. I know some people just they carry perhaps negativity about their body, and then they intentionally or even subconsciously forget part of their body, and then I come along with human touch, healthy healing touch, and then I help rekindle a memory. It may not always be the most pleasant memory at first. Maybe the person was trying to forget literally about their body and not feel their body. But one great aspect of massage therapy is we can help people feel and provide acceptance for their body. And it's such a powerful lesson for many clients to learn, is to really accept, not that they have to love every part of their body right away, but that's a goal, to hopefully help a client come to acceptance first, then to appreciate this beautiful gift we were given called a human body, and the fact that it can function in a healthy way every day, and then hopefully help someone come to a point of love for their body, where they treat their body with such respect and kindness, feeding their body well and really treating it like a temple.
Yes, yes. And truly it's the temple for our soul. Even we accept it, we know it, we believe it or not, but that's where the soul lives. So that's
Yes,
a good,
indeed.
that's a great point. So
Yeah.
another question comes to mind, that how a person that has no knowledge, no idea about the massage, and they just hear and they want to either try it or just give the body a chance to recover about like illness or injury, what are the best ways to know what's best modality for them? Because as you said, a lot of people mentalities is still in 1990s. That's all they know is Swedish and deep tissue. They have no idea. So what are some ways so they can know exactly what to ask when they go for the massage?
I think one key question is to see their massage license. And there's a lot of people who are trying to circumvent the systems and trying to do massage therapy with no license. And that is definitely a challenge that we have in our field in all states, not just Arizona, all states. So right off the bat, I hope that people will ask, "Hey, what is your business license, your massage license?" We want to know that you went through a legitimate school. But when it comes to finding a good therapist, I think it's healthy to remember that everyone has a particular way. Everyone has a particular style to the work. And there are no cookie cutter therapists, at least there should not be. Everyone should have a unique approach to body work. And as everyone finds their therapist, you find that maybe the first therapist didn't have a connection with you, and that's okay. There is a therapist out there for everyone, and sometimes it just takes that finding the right connection with someone to really feel comfortable. The right therapist for you will make it really easy for you to feel comfortable in their presence. Such an important thought that I think needs to be taught more in schools is how I show up. If I was your massage therapist, I would want you to feel very comfortable with me in my space so we could communicate freely, communicate as we need to, and you can be free on the table to really allow the work to manifest on the table. So there's that idea of, if you're not comfortable with someone, there's many other therapists to find. Every therapist has a unique style and approach. And that's something that is so beautiful about our industry. We have such diversity to our field, and everyone has a different style and technique. And I hope that people will try different therapists and try different technique. Well, last way to answer the question is, a confident, adept therapist will know how to assess the body. So I can't just have you come in the same time every week and do the same old massage. Your body shows up different every week. So we have to be able to assess you and ask you questions each week, sense your body. How has it changed this week versus last week? And how do I do the massage differently today than last week? Again, it can never be cookie cutter, but my ability to assess you on the table and really listen to your body. I like to say, listen to the cries and whispers of the body. Think that's a really important idea. And I think when the client finds a therapist who really can read your body well, then you have the right therapist for you.
Yeah, that was great. And in align with what you said, and to bring more credit and honor to the work of a massage therapist, that's something that I see in many scenarios, that people, they have no idea that as a massage therapist, we have the right to say that I'm not going to work with that person, because we cannot connect, we cannot be effective. And it's not just like, okay, lay down on my table and I'm just going to collect my money. That's the different approach, which is not our topic of conversation. But the connection that the therapist and the client have is just really the key. And as you said, it's not a cookie cutter. There's so many people, so many different modalities. So that's
Yes.
great to, yes, have that.
Indeed. I think a lot of it comes down to my ability to foster a therapeutic relationship. We ultimately create a therapeutic relationship with how we communicate, how well I listen to you, my ethical standards of touch and things, how I drape, how I really ensure your safety and quality of touch upon the table. So I think all those play into account in creating a healthy relationship with the client.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So another question is, we as a therapist, we know that, there are so many other activity that people can do to enhance their health and well-being beside the massage. So in your opinion, in your experience, what are the other modalities or work, body work they can do so they enhance their well-being?
Oh, I think anything movement based. And we're seeing that a lot with the massage therapy pain science research. There's a whole branch of massage therapy called pain science, along with the evidence-based therapies that all seem to point in the same direction, that if I incorporate movement into my life, more so, it really makes any health efforts more effective. That could be said in a chiropractic class, in a massage class, osteopathic, any other class of similar. I think there's something about yoga and Pilates and Tai Chi and Qigong. Yoga certainly will help strengthen the body. It's pound for pound one of the best strengthening exercises on earth. Pilates is always a good idea because the average person has a weaker core. And the core is not just in the front, it goes to the sides and all the way to the low back. So if we can strengthen that core, helps I think all our body efforts easier. And then Tai Chi and Qigong, the really mind-body connective work, that if I incorporate mindful movement, it really does help me remain connected with my true self. But ultimately, the pain science of massage indicates that the work that I do on you will stick longer, the effects will last longer if you are actively moving more and trying to maintain that healthy lifestyle.
Yes. What I love what you said is just like so easy answer. Just like, just move your body, like however it is.
Yes.
Because I have clients that they join the boot camps. Not that make that wrong, but not always, putting pressure and stress on the body is the right thing to do. So
True.
that's great. That's great to see.
Indeed. And if some people love to use the gym as their workouts, that's fine, as long as you don't overdo and do the same machines over and over again. Just mix it up if you can, every day or every week, trying different machines. It could just be as simple as walking around the block, or climbing up the steps in your home or whatnot. Just something super simple, just to incorporate more movement, because we as massage therapists cannot fix people. The body heals itself, and I'm just a facilitator in that endeavor. And I appreciate that clients want me as a part of their health care journey, but we recognize it's their journey, not mine. I will help all I can, but I may only see someone once a week, once a month. They have 700 more hours in the month to help themselves, right?
Yes, exactly. And as I always say, it just becomes like a mantra. It just like move every part of the body that is designed to move, because that's
Yes.
our body is designed. And unfortunately, with this lifestyle we are just like sitting or driving or elevator or just, desk jobs. And we are just less and less, we are active and mobile. So
Yes, and it's a shame that society pulls us in that direction. I thought these cell phones were supposed to make us more efficient, but it doesn't seem like that's happening. Makes our bodies less efficient and maybe gives us more work.
yes. Yeah, it's funny. It's not funny, but it just sounds funny that I hear some people are referring to themselves. Oh, I have the texting Tom. And I said, what? Like even with the
Yeah,
new
yeah,
phone or new
yeah,
lifestyle, they are finding
yeah.
something that, oh, I have the mouse, carpal tunnel because of the mouse. So
And that
that's
shouldn't, yeah, this shouldn't be happening. No, and I think I think we are a society that does not like silence. We do not like free time. We try to fill in every moment we possibly can. And whatever happened to just lounging on the front porch, just enjoying the day, or just
exactly.
enjoying peaceful time, quiet time.
Yes.
We've missed that as well.
Yes, that's so true. And I'm teaching and trying to tell my clients that even be quiet in the massage room. It's another practice, that don't be obsessed or like always wanted to have like a music, or as you said, some people they have to have their own music. That there's nothing wrong with it, but when we try different things, no, we know that how the body is reacting.
Yes,
Yes, that's great.
indeed, indeed. So movement is life is the bottom line.
Yes, exactly. Yes, just move the body. And then I'm going to ask this question in a funny way, but however you want to answer that, with all these experiences, all these years, I'm sure it's just more than 20,000 people or however number is for you. Is what is the still that surprises you? As a
Hmm.
massage therapist, what
Good.
surprises you?
Excellent. Excellent question. I think what surprises me most is that there's too many people in general public, who still do not give the credit that we deserve as massage therapists. They still don't see us as credible medical professionals. When we see the type of work that many of my peers and colleagues are doing around the country, working with oncology patients, working directly with doctors across the country, there's so many massage therapists with such advanced medical degrees working in our field, so many great holistic practitioner certifications, holding amazing retreats of healing. Just the profoundness of healing is remarkable, and I'm surprised that more people aren't really highlighting those successes in our field. But I want to say that right here, right now, is that I'm super proud of our profession and the directions of healing that we're taking people to. And when I hear about massage therapists such as a Gail McDonald, who teaches oncology classes nationwide, presenting at major hospitals, and now hospitals are now hiring massage therapists to work there. That makes me proud. So I just am surprised that that part doesn't get more fanfare. I know for TV it's not as sexy, but still, it seems like it deserves more fanfare, and just more profound experiences need to be shared. And I suppose that's on us, the massage industry, to maybe self-promote. So I think the second thing that does surprise me is that we're not promoting ourselves enough. We're not promoting our many abilities. Yeah, deep tissue is good, but there's so many more ways to heal a body than deep tissue. And again, what is deep tissue? That's a whole other discussion there. But yeah, I think we just need to highlight ourselves more, promote ourselves, and brag a little bit. Look what I've done in my industry, in my field, and look how many great people are receiving healing. I think we need to do more of that.
Yes, yes, that's so true. And in my own social media and my interaction with the people, and I know because of the confidentiality, we keep it to ourselves and we don't talk about the conditions that they are getting healed. Like for example, I have clients that they were scheduled for a hip replacement, and after almost 2.5 months working on her, she doesn't do the hip replacement. But because of the
Yes.
confidentiality, I'm not coming and talking about it. but we know what's happening in those rooms as far as the healing and the miracles really is happening.
Indeed, indeed. Miracles is a wonderful word. Can I brag just for a quick moment?
Absolutely.
I teach an oncology massage course, and I have volunteer patients and survivors come into the course to receive from the students. And it's been a beautiful thing to witness the last year, year and a half, to see many patients coming week after week and how much more healthier they are today than a year ago. It's moments like that that just confirm everything we're doing is working. And as we do more research to verify what we see working, it's just remarkable to see the progress people are making.
Yes, yeah. Maybe, I don't know, maybe we can just have a channel or something just to talk about that, not about people, but there's so many other people that they are willing to talk about their progress
Yeah,
and their health and what happened, after the massage that they are receiving. So
indeed.
maybe that's another step we're gonna take. I don't
I think we do. Yes.
know. Who knows? So to honor your time, and is there anything else you want to add to our conversation?
Well, I think it's healthy to recognize where massage came from and where it is today. I have some colleagues who have been therapists 30 or 40 years, and they tell me that massage therapy was taught and presented much, much different back then. In fact, I picked up a copy of something called the Massage Book, the very first massage book ever used, and it definitely looked like from 1975. Not much content, stick figure drawings, but
Yeah.
now to go from that to legitimate collegiate level resources shows how far we've come in the field. So no matter all the jokes people try to say, no matter how people may discredit the industry, the news media, whatnot, I think we should still recognize how far we've come and how far we will go, because we have, I think, these days the best possible trained therapists available. And as we integrate more of the holistic means with the allopathic, with the homeopathic, with the Ayurvedic information, as we just integrate our knowledges, we're going to witness that the integration witnesses great progression in our field. As we progress the caliber of therapists, we're going to witness such great, amazing connections with other professionals too. So I just see more integration and connection in our future, and I can't wait to be a part of it.
Yeah, that's great. Yes, that's really what's my passion about it, to bring everything together. That it's not just one. There are so many things, that because we are just a mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual beings, and
That's right, indeed.
yeah, we can use all of that. So if somebody wants to connect with you and contact you regarding their health or their question, because I know you are a great teacher, and I have the honor of taking some of
Oh.
your wonderful courses and classes. So how they can reach you?
I think a good way is through the website I have. It's www.advancedmassagece.com.
Okay, so that's great. And when I post the YouTube video, definitely I add that one. Anybody wants to contact you regarding their CE courses. So that's just like great. And as I said, we can talk about it for hours and hours and hours. So do you think anything else we can add to this like short time talking about the massage and body and mind and emotion?
Oh, I feel like we could talk 5 hours about this. There's certainly, I think a lot of people just have to remember that legitimate massage therapists have a massage license. There is that idea, though, that we have to make sure that make sure that the general public is protected. And the reason that is because some people have tried to go to not so healthy means just to try to pick up a client without getting proper training. And without proper training, it's possible to have a client become injured, either physically or psychologically. So I just think it's healthy that the average public knows that when someone goes to massage school, they've taken in Arizona minimum 700 hours. Different states have different number requirements, but to be in school for 700 hours and taking anatomy, pathology, kinesiology, physiology, professional ethics, how to drape the body properly, things of this nature, that lessons like that are not taught in a YouTube video. or
Yeah.
not 1 hour. It takes a full formal schooling to ensure that your therapist is truly legitimate, but also is very adept and confident and competent. So I think it's very healthy that as the general public looks at who can be my massage therapist, ask about level of training, ask about continuing education. And I love when my continuing education students display their certificates proudly in their walls and online. I think it's very healthy that the general public knows that therapists in Arizona have to take 24 hours of continuing education every 2 years. That ensures that someone is really taking the means to stay current in the field and learn new modalities and such. I would be very concerned if someone never took classes over 15 years and all their knowledge is from 2004. The massage has come a long way, and we know a lot of things that I used to teach in 2009 that no longer apply in 2019. So I
Yes.
think that's just something the general public needs to know. Find a legitimate therapist, find someone that you know does their continuing education and does it with a fairly healthy attitude. They enjoy learning about the body, and as that love for the body becomes infectious, and they really become a really profound therapist from that love of learning.
Yes, that's wonderful. Great. Thank you so much for your time, for your wisdom and knowledge. And I'm sure maybe in the different content about the mind, body, spirit, we will just talk again. And I want to appreciate your time. Thank you so much, Jimmy.
Namaste, my friend. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you.